Audios puestos. Vamos a
Hola a
hacer una pequeña
todos.
comprobación de audios.
Hacemos las comprobaciones que tú quieras, cuando quieras y como quieras.
Perfecto.
Maravilla.
Maravilloso. Voy a mover el sitio web en su sitio. Ahí, perfecto. De verdad, tendría que haber una forma más fácil de que los nombres de las cosas de repente no se moviesen porque sí.
Sí, la verdad es que
Pongo
es
el
bastante
juego.
útil.
De repente tu audio se ha alejado 5 kilómetros.
¿Pero por qué si no me he movido? Si no me he movido para nada. O sea, estoy en
Pues
la
no lo
misma
sé.
posición. Ha sido abrir el juego. He abierto el juego, es lo único que he hecho.
Bueno, te voy a subir un poco el volumen y vamos así.
Vale, de acuerdo, porque lo único que he hecho ha sido abrir el juego, de verdad. Eso ha sido lo único. La música de inicio está súper alta, pero eso ya se sabe.
Eso siempre pasa lo mismo. De verdad, no voy a acertar en nada porque como tu audio hace lo que le da la gana.
¿En serio?
Sí,
¿Qué he
tu
hecho
audio hace lo
ahora?
que le da la gana. A veces se pone más bajo, a veces se pone más alto.
Yo no estoy haciendo nada.
No lo sé. Vamos a ello. No pasa nada, Cora.
No estaba haciendo nada.
Voy a quitar el volumen de esto para no volverme loco y escucharte 2 veces 50 veces lo mismo.
Vale, mejor.
Y pues nada, seguimos con las misiones de acompañante. Que a este
Ujú.
ritmo nos quedamos sin contenido.
Pues sí, estaremos, sí.
Ojo. A ver. Misiones. Bueno, esto da igual. Esto ya lo puedo hacer por mi cuenta. Bueno, el de los cazadores de Estelaron ya lo habías hecho tú por tu cuenta, eso lo tengo que hacer yo.
Sí.
Así que el tren del tiempo, una investigación afilada o un caballero de otras tierras.
Yo diría una investigación afilada.
Pues una investigación afilada. Vamos para allá. Derechitos.
Ujú. Vale, perdón, que pase. Mm, Vale.
Aquí tenemos el 7 de marzo. Venga. Marzo, ¿puedes ayudarme a traducir a Diti?
Ay, el perrito que seguía.
Me encanta, debería ser yo quien reciba mensajes de lindos animalitos. Entonces entiendes lo que dice, ¿verdad? Se acaba de llamar linda a sí misma de una forma. Como quien no quiere la
¿Qué?
cosa. Hola, Kerly.
Hola, Carly. Oye, pero bueno es guapo y yo qué soy.
Tú eres
¿Yo qué soy?
hermosa. Cora, tú eres
No, no,
hermosa.
no, no, no. O sea, bueno, reina. Vale. Hola, Carly, hola.
Por
Hola.
casualidad no serás pariente de Diti. Agresividad pasiva, ¿cómo funciona eso? Venga, vayamos a ver qué ha encontrado Diti en el puerto. Es que de verdad, siempre os olvidáis de Cora. Si estamos jugando Honkai, probablemente Cora esté aquí.
Exacto.
Soy más sueño que otra persona, no te enfades, Cora, preciosa, hermosa, te digo.
Bueno, vale, de acuerdo, no me enfado.
Yo sí me enfado. Yo me puedo enfadar, a mí no me ha dicho que no me enfade.
Little Deeting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange.
Perfecto. ¿Quién mono es
So
Titin,
what
por
does he
favor?
want us to take a look at?
A ver qué quiere que miremos. Vamos a seguirle. Mira cómo corre. Qué cosita más mona, por favor. Uy, ¿qué es esto? Una pulsera, vale. Hostia, besitos para que no os enfadéis. Nos hidrata. Nos hidrata, Cora, nos hidrata.
Mm,
This is Young Xiang, retainer to General Jingliu.
Oh,
I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly, so I've planted this jade tracer to record my whereabouts in case I lose contact.
qué escudo con mucho
Anyone
magotchis, no
finds
sé
this
cómo
tracer, please take it to the seat of divine
imprimante.
foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
Ah, so it's a recording device. Deeting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate.
Incluso el guardaespaldas del general internacional.
He looks about 8 or 9 years old, and he's already the general's retainer? The Xianzhou really does have some child prodigies, huh?
Me encanta que Marzo todavía no ha entendido que las personas de Xianzhou viven mucho tiempo.
no entendí.
Given everything that's been happening on the Xianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter. I wonder how he's getting along.
Comprobar el registro de operaciones. Pues nada, vamos a ello. Oh, vamos a llevar a Ankin con nosotros. Ok.
Qué mono que
Este
es.
lo vamos a añadir. Vamos a poner a Dangen también. Y voy a llevar a Erta, que también es hielo. Y así vamos a ir, la verdad. Comenzar el desafío.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven. I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they saw anything.
Pues nada, vamos a preguntarle a los Nimbo Caballeros.
Captain, could you spare a moment?
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of divine foresight?
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my
Me
duty
encanta
to share the
Yankee.
burden.
Es tan mono.
Nothing new to report, I assume?
Yo le juego en mi equipo, está.
Correct. After
Sí.
this blade
Ujú.
escaped from the shackling prison, he disappeared.
Supongo que esto será
I wonder if he's even
antes de
still
que le
on the
encuentre
ship.
con Dangen.
Or perhaps
Su punto de
Tiene
vista
toda
de
la pinta
Yankee.
porque
escaping in the
como
first
está
place.
buscando a Blade, tiene toda la pinta.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the general.
This is a covert operation.
Le está haciendo
Then
sin que
shall
esto
we
se dé cuenta.
dispatch a few knights for this operation of yours?
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people
Hola,
who know about the
puntitos.
covert operation,
Saluda también a
the
Cora.
making a big show of it
¿Ves?
will only
Llega, se lo pide mi casero y a mí que me
A
den.
good hunter must operate alone.
Sí, bueno, es que a ver, técnicamente
Dispatch
estoy
a
todos
few
los días,
knights.
por Dios, ¿qué os
If
pasa?
capable doesn't think
A
I
ver,
am,
técnicamente,
Hola, puntitos.
los días de Honkai eran el lunes y el jueves.
I might be young
Lo que
now,
pasa es que la
just
semana
wait.
pasada, el miércoles no hicimos Doki Doki y el jueves no hicimos Honkai. Por eso este martes hemos hecho Doki Doki y el miércoles hicimos Honkai.
Sí,
Y hoy pues
por eso
estamos en el día de
me ha
normal.
tenido toda la semana que sigue.
Sí.
¿Habéis visto? Me ha secuestrado toda la semana, o sea.
Y mañana jugaremos a Pokémon Reminiscencia. No será Pokémon Sweet y Loque porque Rode no puede. Pero tendremos otro Pokémon.
Sí, hombre, es normal que se te haga raro. O sea, llevamos toda la semana por lo de Doki Doki Literature, que fue de risa, que encima se nos unió
Oh, qué maravilla.
Laura. Yo me
Eso
partí
no
de
se
risa.
vean.
Jugando.
¿Es posible?
Sí,
ya
es
le
posible.
ya le ha
Es
dicho a
por
su
eso.
novio que ahora es mi novio.
Sí, se rió. Dice, bueno, pues nada, la tercera rueda en discordia. Yo, sí.
Tercera rueda en discordia, vaya. Informe de patrulla de los Nimbocaballeros. Unidad de patrulla Prosperidad de los Nimbocaballeros. Registro de
Me
patrulla.
encanta
Operaciones
la
anteriores
habilidad,
sometidas.
la E que tiene este personaje. Fuera de combate, te sube el ataque.
Este es el vado de las nubes. Muelle Chensu a 02 1700. Se revisó el incidente y todos los documentos relacionados. Se activó un total de 32 roborrullas. No se encontró atrapado a ningún miembro del personal. Grabado por Chansu. Este es el vado de nubes, bla bla bla, muelle 03. Recibimos informes de personas evacuadas que vinieron en presunto criminal en los muelles de Yuanzhou. Envié a 3 miembros de mi unidad para evaluar la situación. No han vuelto y no podemos contactarnos. Decidí formar otro grupo para buscarlos. Fui a donde perdimos contacto con G y vi ese árbol extraño. A él. Sonido transcribible. G y el resto están enclavados en las ramas de esa cosa. Oh, Dios mío. Esa cosa. Esa cosa con... creciéndole por todo el cuerpo. Leí su placa de identificación. Es de la unidad Galope. ¿Cómo se convirtió en esa cosa? Lo maté. Pero ahora se está levantando. Debo informarle de la promulgación divina de esto cuanto antes. ¿Por qué no se conecta el comunicador? Probablemente los... Sonido intranscribible. Es la división de logística aceptaron sobornos. Fin de la grabación. Se encontró con... Esto no lo has contado de tus maridos y amantes, Cora, de verdad.
Ah, sí, es que como estabas leyendo no quería entender. No. Bueno, sí, en verdad sí le he contado. Pues se lo conté hace meses.
Ya venía...
Vale.
No, eso suena a un... a uno de estos de Mara.
Sí.
2 leoncitos esteparios. Perfecto. Edición coleccionista. 22 muerde el polvo. Edición estándar. Una nave comercial grande del gremio llama Silvantes. Esta nave ya se encontró. 2 naves escoltas de combate. ¿Qué estoy leyendo? Lista de gastroesquifes perdidos en los muelles de este... El vado de nubes. Vale, pues muchos. 2 naves escoltas de combate del gremio celestial. Muelle Chensu a 03. Sí. Si aparece alguno te digo lo que es. El rompecielos, una nave consular de la Corporación para la Paz Interastral, chocó con los carriles guía del Palacio de Armstrong, debido a problemas de logística. Las pérdidas económicas se calcularán por separado. El rostro de Kripot, una nave de logística comercial de la Corporación para la Paz Interastral, esta nave ya se encontró. La Marea Rugiente, una nave consular del pueblo marítimo de Tarasha. Estas ranas anfibias pusieron 60 cajas de feroces peces linterna carnívoros en la nave. Los residentes del Santo de las Nubes Pasajeras informaron a la Oficina Meteorológica de la Comisión de Administración del Territorio que comenzó a llover cerca del mediodía. Posible error de transcripción a confirmarse, y que 12 lugareños resultaron heridos. Muchas gracias por todo, amigos foráneos. En la Comisión de Administración del Territorio nos ganamos la vida haciendo esto. Nota, ya se reportaron los daños relacionados con las naves de combate de los caballeros. Dicho informe no se puede ver momentáneamente debido a la ley de confidencialidad y las normas relacionadas. Envió una solicitud de consulta a la Oficina de Documentación del Palacio de Armstrong y espera que respondan. Se emitirá una respuesta en un plazo de 3 días hábiles desde el día de la solicitud. Burocracia. Y ahí está el último. Escrito en la varilla. Los cielos se abren a la buena fortuna. El sol brilla sobre un lugar bendito. Encontrar esta varilla no es poca cosa. Hoy la suerte de... Sonríe. Ay, qué sueñito. La última oración en esta varilla de eliminación común está techada y hay unos grabados de otras cosas. Si los invitados vienen de lejos, deberás atenderlos a la brevedad, satisfacer cada uno de sus deseos y tratarlos con la mayor cortesía, para transformar la buena fortuna en desdicha. Ruoyue. Supongo que sí. Supongo que será más corto, porque nos iremos en plan... a la misma hora de siempre, pero... No, si yo siempre tengo sueño. Estas horas siempre tengo sueño. No sé, no me... De joven, una joven elegante se encuentra de pie al final del pasillo, con una espada afilada que estuviera fuera de su vaina. Le rodean innumerables puntos de luz, como estrellas que respiran y bailan en el verso. Si miras de cerca, verás que los puntos de luz están sellados en un frasco translúcido, como los santuarios en las paredes. Extracto glandular, exclamó el maestro con cabeza de lobo. Así que esto fue lo que obtuviste de la reliquia divina. Siguiente página. El maestro de la longevidad solo nos concedió poder, pero cultivó en ti la semilla del árbol sagrado que injusto. Más de 30.000 personas y le pedía a un anatomista que diseccionara sus glándulas aún con vida para construir estos santuarios. Los he estudiado a fondo. Mi investigación ha confirmado lo que pensaba. El corazón es necesario para mantener la vida, y el extracto glandular absorbe la energía de la raíz. Este órgano es mucho más importante que el corazón. Es el verdadero motor del cuerpo. Sí, ya tengo fiesta, yuhu. Bueno, disfruta de tu fiesta, supongo. Ya jugaré al Palia. Por mucho que lo
Uy, disfruta.
recomiendes, hasta que no tenga tiempo para jugarlo, no lo voy a poder jugar. Ahora los estoy usando para... Cuando juegue te aviso, no te preocupes. Ahora los estoy usando para impulsar esta flota. Uso sus cuerpos para destruir su propia alianza. Siguiente página. El hombre con cabeza de lobo se quitó la preciosa túnica que cubría su pecho y reveló una armadura translúcida, como una medusa que recubría sus abultados músculos. Respiró profundamente, como si pudiera consumir todo el aire en aquel estrecho espacio. En cuestión de segundos su cuerpo encorvado se expandió músculo por músculo y se convirtió en una enorme torre de hierro hecha de carne. Los huesos y la carne, que habían quedado destrozados por la deformación, generaron un ruido agudo y doloroso, y se curaron rápidamente. El hombre con cabeza de lobo ya estaba acostumbrado a estos dolores. Al respirar, un débil destello de luz salió de su boca, nariz, ojos y oído. Su extracto glandular comenzó a brillar con una gran fuerza. Esta armadura se adapta bien a mi sangre y a mi carne. Es como si fuera un órgano salido de mi propio cuerpo. Sin embargo, su destreza aún está a prueba. Todos mis enemigos se convirtieron en polvo con un solo golpe. Tal vez el quinteto nube alta puede ayudarme a conocer su verdadero límite. Los ojos de la mujer eran oscuros y grises como el hielo, como si las cosas que ocurrían frente a ella fueran aburridas y no le interesaran. 30.000 soldados, 30.000 extractos glandulares, llenos de vida. Intentó no distraerse con la crueldad del espectáculo que tenía frente a sus ojos. Es difícil mantener el equilibrio entre ambas partes. Uno aprovecharía su ventaja en cuanto tuviera la oportunidad. Como una tormenta gris, el hombre con cabeza de lobo se precipitó hacia adelante. En un instante la mujer desapareció. En el lugar donde se encontraba solo quedó una nítida huella. El destello de la espada fue seguido de un fuerte sonido. Para leer el siguiente capítulo hay que pagar.
Bad writing, terrible pacing. Wait, what was I supposed to be doing again?
Me encanta.
Focus, Yanxiang. You can't let novels distract from your duty to the general, especially not ones as crummy as this. Shift the balance. If the side crane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. That's no longer an option. Star skiffs are blocked from entering or exiting. There's no way the fugitive got through. But if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on star skiffs to travel between different delves. If we start by investigating the star skiff he stole, maybe we can get a lead. Guess it's back to the docks again.
Bueno, pues ahora para el muelle. Mira, no sé si sigue por aquí puntitos, pero esto es a lo que me refería.
Esos son los de Mara. Los dichos sí.
Un soldado poseído por Mara.
Y es que me han avanzado un poquito más, entonces estoy luchando contra esos hasta llegar a donde tengo que llegar.
Comprensible.
Awaken, dormant world cleansing dragon.
How many can you block?
Y ya estaría. Vale. Uy, aquí hay algo brillante.
Playing dead? What a childish trick.
Tocas con el dedo. Los restos rígidos empezaron a temblar, emanando un aire repentina con sus ojos huecos. Vaya, ¿por qué toco?
Time for swordplay.
The strength, the heavens, rise.
Bueno, pues ya está ahí. La verdad es que ha sido rápido. Bueno, ¿qué se le va a hacer? Vamos a mover esto ahora. Salir.
What's this? This kind of wound is not the work of a Cloud Knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces. Here, Diting. Let's follow the scent.
Oh, Ditin nos va a seguir el rastro ahora. Venga, Ditin. Busquemos. Pero sé más rápido, Ditin, que vas muy lento.
Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the Cloud Knights?
¿Y esta?
Don't panic! I'll get you out of there!
Es que está ahí, es guapísima.
How many can you
Es
block?
guapísima. Qué bonita que es.
Time to twirl.
The times are changed.
Pero no la reconozco de espaldas.
Blood cleansing dragon.
No sé si es quien creo que es.
Sí, lo es.
Lo es, pero no debería estar
Lo
aquí.
es. ¿Por qué no?
Time to twirl. A one-time enemy.
A lo mejor no estamos pensando en la misma persona. Joder.
Heaven surge. Break.
Sí, es la de hielo.
Honored to make
Es la bonita de la venda.
Pero
Es
no
que la
tendría que
reconoce.
estar aquí.
time for sword
Porque
play.
está...
¿Por qué no?
Está expulsada de Seanzo.
Claro, pero este no lo sabe.
They were on their feet
Está
a
vuelto a
second ago.
reunirse con unos amigos. Y él no lo sabe. Esto es antes de que sea atrapado. Y todo.
A ver. A ver. Están buscando al otro.
A Blades. A Blades.
Están buscando a Blade.
Sí.
Pero este le está buscando cuando está ocurriendo el resto de casas de lo del árbol y toda esa mierda. Pero cuando
Sí.
está ocurriendo lo del árbol y toda esa mierda, esta todavía no está aquí.
Esa sí está ahí. Solo que no la encuentran. Luego este la lleva con el general. Y luego ya con el general es cuando se reúnen con Blade.
No tendría sentido. Bueno.
No lo sé.
Just do as I
Déjamosle
do.
existir.
The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came to reunite with them and relive old times. Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
You chose a bad time to visit, I'm afraid. There's been an incident. It won't take long for the general to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here? You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yun Qing. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jingliu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jingliu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
Mm.
Where exactly are we headed?
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe.
¿De dónde saliste?
So, are you from one of the other Xianzhou ships? The Yaoqiang? The Fanghu?
I'm from the Xiangcheng.
The Songcheng? There's a ship called the Songcheng? Why haven't I heard of it?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo te fuiste?
Miss Jingliu, how long has it been since you last set foot on the Luofu?
Are you always this talkative?
Just making conversation. I wanted you to know I was still here.
No nos quiere dar
Let's get
respuestas.
going, miss. Careful. Take your time.
Bueno. A ver.
Where do we go from here?
Shh, quiet. We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss. I'll be right back.
Sí, mejor que no la veas pelear.
you doing here?
You've come at the perfect time, little one. We could use your blood to irrigate the celestial traces.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson.
Let's settle this.
Bueno, pues ya está, ya le hemos enseñado la lección.
Completamente.
Where did these guys come from? Huh, the general was right. There's a threat lurking on the Xianzhou itself.
You are quite the sword master, young man.
You saw that?
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade. I'll wager the Cloud Knights capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time number few indeed.
Thanks, miss.
However, your zealousness inhibits your ability to hide your line of attack,
Huh?
which causes your sword's song to become somewhat mumbled at the end.
Vaya.
I guess the connection between music and swordplay is real after all. The general told me something similar. He said my swordplay was too proud and angular. He said it lacked the maturity required to win the title of sword champion.
Sword champion. If I recall correctly, that title is bestowed on one who reaches the pinnacle of swordsmanship in the Cloud Knights. But that was a long time ago.
Right! Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the title of sword champion has gone unclaimed. But once everything settles down and the combat art ceremony returns, it's a title I'm determined to win.
The Cloud Knights have many martial arts traditions. Who was it that instructed you in swordplay, young man?
I see you're no stranger to the art. I won't keep you in suspense. My master is none other than General Jingliu of the Luofu.
General.
I know you haven't visited for a long time, but surely you've heard of General Jingliu. He says he has no affinity with the sword, that his skills are getting rusty. Well, if that's true, I never noticed from his training. Alright, the coast is clear. Let's keep moving.
Investigar. Astragalus amarillo. La maestra ordenó que a todos los discípulos que se dirijan a un dominio específico y que encaucen las raíces místicas para que crezcan y prosperen. Sin embargo, nos sorprendió enterarnos de que la discípula Malva Rosa, responsable de los muelles Chensu, el vado de las nubes, falleció a manos de varios foráneos. Ante semejantes deberes, uno debe hacer a un lado cualquier deseo de venganza personal. Ahora te encargarás de la labor de Malva Rosa. Recuerda, no defraudes a la maestra. Filodendro dorado. Por aquí.
The Starskip voyage log can be accessed through the dock navigator array.
Ok. Listo.
Active Starskiff. There! This one goes past the Divination Commission and the Artisanship Commission.
Registro el tráfico del muelle Tensu Risco 12. Desde el muelle mensajería la grulla. Designación del muelle. Registro del muelle Tensu Risco 12. Operario Yankee. Sede de la preparación divina. Estado de operaciones de esquife. Leoncito Estepario. Número de registro. Comisión de transporte del este. Clase estrella. Primer grado. 135-346. Hora 3:45. Zona central de la dársena de estos esquife. El estado no volvió a la coordenada. Muerde el polvo. ¿Por qué tienen esos nombres? Versión con aceleración. Número de registro, comisión de las Puertas del Este, clase rápida, tercer grado, 253-034. 715, zona central de la Garza de Skip, no volvió a la zona coordenada. Arca voladora estandarte de las nubes, número de registro, comisión de transporte del Este, clase rápida, primer grado, 638-3524. 715, comisión de admiración, comisión de artesanía, no volvió a la coordenada. Pero si no ha vuelto ninguno.
Well, my work here is finished. Now to make sure you get to a safe destination.
Given the present circumstances, the Cloud Knight garrison probably isn't a safe destination. Wouldn't you say?
Correct. So we're not going there. I'm taking you to the shackling prison. Safe, well-guarded, plenty of food, and a place to sleep.
Young man, if you wish to apprehend someone, shouldn't you have a reason?
Suspicious behavior and half-truths. Those alone are reason enough. You think you can fool me just because I'm a child? A sealed-off port with a stranded passenger? Unlikely. Not to mention you walking the whole way here without so much as a stumble. You can see as well as I can. The biggest giveaway was your comment about my swordplay. Correctly guessing the number of swords from the sound alone? You'd have to be more than human.
Me
You're not
encanta.
blind at all, are you?
I never claimed to be. You came up with that yourself.
La verdad es que sí.
Fear not, young man. I hold no grievance against you, and have never held ill intent towards the Xianzhou. The black veil covering my eyes is merely proof of my resolve to never look back, to never fall again into Mara and destruction. I came here to catch one person. It's quite fortunate that our paths have crossed.
The one you're looking for. Is it Blade?
He goes by Blade nowadays. A fitting name for someone who dedicated his mind and body to the ways of the sword. Take me to him, young man. You are no match for me, and therefore, no match for Blade either. Let me accompany you. There is no need to throw your life away.
We've
Amenaza.
not even drawn swords yet, and you declare yourself the winner? Let me offer you a word of advice. Don't underestimate me.
I was hoping to avoid a conflict with the Cloud Knights. How about this? Let's have ourselves a little contest. We can use the abominations that have infested the Luofu as target practice, and see whose sword can slay more and slay faster.
And if I win?
Then I will obediently follow you to the shackling prison and receive whatever judgment awaits me there. Don't worry, I'll keep my end of the bargain. But if I win, you have to share Blade's whereabouts with me. Fair enough?
A Cloud Knight never gambles with official business. But in any case, you won't beat me.
I admire your confidence. But what was it you said earlier about declaring a winner before swords were drawn? It would seem we've cleared every abomination from the area. Let's find another location and continue our contest.
No. Estaba yendo mientras hablaba, pero... Me tepea. Vos viajan juntos hasta que se paran de pronto.
May the best swordmaster win. This place is brimming with Mara, the perfect environment for honing one's skills. Surely slaying abominations doesn't count as gambling with official business?
How do we tell who's won?
We go from here to the end of the path without leaving a speck of abomination behind us. The first one to the end wins.
Deal.
Lead
Oh,
the
venga.
way.
What if you're just using this as a chance to escape?
Jingliu trained you all right.
Show me what you got. Strike with heart. Time to twirl.
The times are changed.
Time to twirl!
You chose the wrong enemy.
Oh dear. Hey! Time to twirl!
Awaken, dormant world-cleansing dragon.
Que se fuera.
Venga.
Swordplay!
Y se fuera. Ah,
Where
Se
did she
pone en
go?
plan a retar. Es que me encantan. Y la otra le va ganando.
¿cómo que no?
I didn't even see you overtake me.
Too slow, young man.
Estoy muy confuso, la verdad.
But how is that possible?
What kept you this time? You'll need to work harder. Otherwise, you won't even catch me in a star skiff. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. A long time has passed since I wielded this sword. The heat of combat nearly cast me into the darkness.
Madre.
Come, young man. I'll let you finish up. I'll let you make 3 moves. Draw
Los
your
movimientos.
sword. Don't you know it's rude to keep an elder waiting? Hesitant, weak. What happened to that confidence of yours? My turn. Once you draw your sword, you must strike down your adversary in one blow without turning back.
Enough!
Try harder.
Swords descend!
Se ríe mientras utiliza la ulti, qué maravilla.
Es maravilloso.
Blade in flight!
Me encanta.
Your final move was the only one that didn't disappoint.
Jolín, qué triste.
I lost?
Our contest has not yet come to a conclusion. For I have yet to make my final move, and the field has no opponent. Unsheathing this sword without merit is to blaspheme the divine will of the Rainbow Arbiter and invite calamity.
You...
Even with your strength, if you were to cross paths with Blade, it would mean death for you. I can give you a more dignified end than dying at his hands. To die as a swordmaster, having witnessed the perfection of my technique, refined 1,000 times over. What say you to that, young man?
Pues nada, los va a tocar enfrentar.
Y lo guapa que es.
Me niego, me niego, me niego. Pero no se va a negar, por supuesto.
You have courage.
Qué bonita que es.
Preciosa.
Y qué fuerte que es la chica.
Sí, 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 sí. Y toma ya.
Y voló.
Pero logró detener el ataque. ¿Eh?
Sí, sí.
Thank you,
Me encanta.
young man. That move was a token of my appreciation. We were fated to meet this day, and in days to come.
This mysterious woman also wants to find the whereabouts of Blade. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. No matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace.
Tener la comprobación del registro. Pues nada. Ok.
And that's the end? There's nothing else in the operations log?
Es posible que esté sin terminar.
That Jingliu seems pretty dangerous. The Stellaron crisis sure has attracted a lot of strange people to the Lawfu.
Pero si ya nos hemos encontrado con
Shouldn't we
ella.
hand this over to Qingyuan as soon as possible?
Sí. Supongo que esta misión es como que era antes de lo de la trama.
No. Claro, tiene que ser antes, ¿sabes? Si no, ya estaría en tal. Ten en cuenta que tiene que ser antes de que quitasen la restricción
Sí.
de Kafka y Blade.
Sí, completamente.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
Ya está en el vagón.
¿Qué?
What is your purpose
No, nada,
in
que voy
entering the seat of
un poquitín
divine
más
forces?
avanzada que tú.
Bueno. A ver si ya estoy. La presión de Jingliu se vuelve hacia ti. No estás seguro de si se trata de algún tipo de técnica de respuesta audiovisual automática o de una materialización de distancia en tiempo real del mismo. Encontramos un legado que llegó a Hayan, quien toma a tu. El arma de Jingliu se agita. El rastreador deja de emitir una haz de luz mientras la figura ilusoria del
Without a
parpadea.
doubt. This jade tracer belongs to Yangxing. I can't thank you enough.
¿Quién es Jingliu?
You already accessed the recordings?
He accidentally pressed a button.
Por sociedad mentalmente muerta.
No harm done. She was my mentor and my superior when I was a member of the Cloud Knights. However, she left the Xianzhou a long time ago.
Jingliu permanece en silencio
If
durante
you
un
see
rato.
her, be sure to keep your distance and notify me immediately.
¿Y en quién
He
estás
took on the
tú?
charge of pursuing a major criminal. It is not my place to impede him for fear of his well-being. That is the nature of the Cloud Knights and their duty. I do have confidence in him, though.
Sobre Blade.
Forgive me, but I cannot disclose this information.
¿Cómo se parece a su maestra, eh?
Thank you again for your help, friends from the Express. The situation remains unpredictable, so take care. I hope to be able to drink and talk freely with you once again, when everything is settled.
Pues ya estaría. Verificación de visitante. Vamos a ver. A Yankinen Expreso. Aquí está.
Being surrounded by the universe feels amazing. The Lawfu feels like a small corner of something much, much bigger.
¿Te gustan las vistas desde el Expreso?
Yeah. All the challenges of everyday life seem to disappear when you gaze out into the universe.
Visitar el expreso más a menudo es un gran lugar para relajarse.
All right, then I'll be here to bother you more often in the future. I bet there are so many opponents out there in the universe just waiting for me to find them.
Perfecto. Bueno, pues siguiente misión. El tren del tiempo o un caballero de otras tierras.
A ver, un segundo. Que estaba haciendo, como he acabado antes que tú, me he puesto a hacer un cáliz. Porque como están las ofertas de que te dan un poquito más cuando los haces, pues
Dan
he
el
dicho
por
voy a
dos.
hacerme un cáliz y ya está. ¿Cuánto le queda a esto? Ah, está en ronda 4 de... Un segundo. Que es que quiero leer a ver cómo van.
Ah, pues te lo leo yo. El tren del
Ah,
tiempo.
bueno, sí.
Serval utilizó una pobre excusa y te invitó a tomar el té en el Hotel Goethe. Pero pronto sospechas que hay algo más y que tiene algún motivo oculto. De todas formas, debes ir al Hotel Goethe para hablar con Serval. Y de paso beber algo gratis. Al menos Serval es una de las pocas amigas que tienes en Verobog, ¿no? Y la otra. Desde la crisis del Estelar en el Luofu, las 6 comisiones han estado muy ocupadas intentando encontrar a la persona responsable, pero todo ha sido en vano. El oficial Dachau de la Comisión de Administración del Territorio solicitó la ayuda del Expreso Astral para identificar a los sospechosos. Suena como un asunto bastante problemático, pero como parte de los anónimos, tienes que ayudar a quien lo necesite. Ve a hablar con él.
Yo diría de hacer la del tren del tiempo porque así cambiamos de mundo, tipo de planeta. Por cambiar un poquito.
Ok.
Y vamos a conservar al planeta helado.
Vale, voy yendo al Hotel Goethe.
Vale, sí, sí. A mí ya me ha dado la recompensa, o sea, ya puedo ir yendo.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
Vamos rápidamente para allá. Y a ver qué quiere pedirnos Serval. Y el martes que viene, pues nada. Hacemos la otra y hacemos la que tú ya habías hecho.
Sí, vale. Me parece bien.
¿Mm? La que ya habías hecho de los cazadores del estelar.
Sí, sí, sí. Sí, sí, que me parece perfecto.
Vale.
Me parece súper, súper bien. No me debería coger el sonido, así que patata.
Pues... ¿por qué tanta prisa? No está preparado todavía. ¿Dónde está la comida que pedí que ordenaras para hoy? Después de todo y de la tarde por aquí.
On the house. Order whatever you like. There's something I need your help with. I had to make it up to you somehow. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted afternoon tea today, though. We'll have to stand up for the time being.
Tomar el té de pie, qué incómodo. ¿No crees, Cora?
Bastante bien, bastante.
Mira que una cita tan...
Was it that obvious? I'm out of practice.
La excusa de estar limpiándote de la toda hasta el principio. Está bien, ya que me invitas.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This might be more complicated than you think. How can I put this? If I remember correctly, you, March, and Donhong came here on that train. The Astral Express, right? I was wondering, is the train accepting new passengers?
Oye, Serval, ¿quién es el anónimo? Eso no depende de mí, tendré que preguntar por qué.
I guessed as much. You see, there's not much left for me here except to carry on repairing equipment in the workshop. I like practicing the guitar, and performances are fun, but the crowds are pretty small. Besides, I'm a researcher. How could I not get excited about the chance to explore new worlds up close? Everyone gets tired of living in small places like Bellabog after a few years, right?
Yo te consultar una opinión experta.
Okay, I'm counting on you. I know this is a lot to ask out of the blue, so apologies in advance.
No hay problema, déjamelo.
I knew I could count on you.
there goes Serval. I better send Himiko a text and ask about the request.
Vale, preguntemos a
Or
Himeko.
I guess I could ask Mr. Yang? Or Pom Pom? Who's the best one to ask?
A ver, Himeko, que es quien lleva todas estas cosas, ¿no? ¿No crees, Cora?
Pues sí, obviamente.
Let's send a message to Himiko.
O sea, dentro de tal, Himeko es la que más.
Tengo una amiga que quiere unirse al expreso. ¿Quieres presentar a un nuevo miembro? Por supuesto que sí. Mientras estén dispuestos a trabajar con nosotros, las puertas de respeto siempre están abiertas. Pero me gustaría saber más sobre tu amiga. Según tu opinión, ¿qué tipo de persona es? Es muy meticulosa. Una mecánica talentosa con una mente meticulosa. Eso está muy bien, quizás ella y yo tengamos mucho en común. Lo que quiero decir es que estoy de acuerdo en dejar a tu amiga abordar el expreso. Dile que se tome su tiempo para empacar. Los expresos siempre dan la bienvenida a los pasajeros. Gracias, Himeko. Entiendo, gracias, Himeko.
Pero yo creo que Himeko es como la primera que llegó al tren y quien se encargaba al expreso y quien se encargaba un poco de gestionar todas las cosas. Pero de Popol es quien ha estado con el expreso. Es parte del expreso.
Sí.
Entonces, yo, por ejemplo, le pregunto a Popol. Sobre todo para ver un poco a ver cómo. Pero ha dicho que sí, obviamente.
Si tienes algún problema en tu viaje, puedes decírmelo. Claro, pero como Himeko es la que se encargó de decirnos a nosotros que vayamos, que no sé qué, no sé cuándo, ¿sabes?
Sí.
O sea, es... Al fin y al cabo, aunque pida la opinión de todos, es quien da las órdenes. Porque Popón solo es el revisor, ¿sabes?
Sí.
Es parte del expreso, pero no de los... Bueno, es... de los anónimos sí, pero no es tan que así, tal que así, ¿sabes? Ay, pero ¿qué hace aquí llevar? Qué guapo que es.
Guapísimo.
It was her personal invite after all.
I know. Let me think about it.
¿He llegado en mal momento?
Oh, no, not at all. I could do with a hand, actually.
Perfect timing. Please, talk some sense into her.
I knew it.
Con palabras o con fuerza. No voy a tomar partido cuando aún no sé cuál es el problema.
That's just it. There is no deal.
Serval, I understand your reluctance to rejoin the Silvermane Guards. But Lady Bronya values your talent, and she sees how much you could contribute to the rejuvenation of Belobog. So I came to talk to you about it. In any case, you should at least pay her a visit.
Okay, I get it. I'll make a trip to Klipoth Fort and tell Bronya what I really think. Sorry, I need to get this over with. Let me know what they said when I get back.
Same old Serval.
¿Qué ocurrió?
Sorry, my head's still in the argument. It's like this. As you know, my sister used to be one of the research team leads in the Silvermane Guard's technology division. Stellarons were her main area of research. But her expertise went far beyond Stellarons. She was, and still is, well-versed in mechanical engineering and other fields. Immediately after her succession, Lady Bronya set her sights on Serval's talents. The Supreme Guardian wants her to resume her technological research and be a shining light for the revitalization of Belobog. However, you saw her attitude just now. I doubt her meeting with Lady Bronya will change anything. It'll probably just leave them both feeling dejected.
A veces solo quiere ver el mundo exterior.
I think there's more than one element to it. My intuition tells me this is mostly linked to Madame Cocolia's passing.
Parece que tienes algo que contar. Quiero todos los detalles.
Never mind. It's just a personal hunch. I've never been good at reading my sister's mind.
El protagonista. Ya que me das chisme, dame el chisme completo.
If you get the chance, see if you can persuade her to open up about it. Hand on heart, I wouldn't want to see her sitting behind a desk in Klapoth Fort and sighing all day either. Velabog is too small a place for a mind as inquisitive as Serval's. Maybe it would be better for her to join you on your journey. I'll admit, I'm a little worried about how she plans on getting all this across to Lady Bronya. Are you busy? Let's go and wait for her in front of Klapoth Fort.
Me encanta que nos pida, que nos pregunte si tenemos tiempo, cuando usualmente es él el que no tiene tiempo para nada.
Sí.
Me hace gracia.
You know what I mean.
Venga.
Doesn't seem like they've finished talking yet. I hope it's not turning into a shouting match. Let's go in.
Entremos a ver qué pasa.
I understand your circumstances, Serval. I respect your choice. It was my mistake to make an unwarranted request without considering your own wishes. Allow me to offer you my apologies. I hope you don't take this matter to heart.
No need, Bronya. You're a supreme guardian now. Don't let a little thing like this... Besides, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I've put my own personal reasons ahead of Belobog's reconstruction.
I get it, Serval. After all, you and Mother... Sorry, I don't mean to open up old wounds. But there's something I need to ask you. This guitar, I found it after going through Mother's
Es una
old
guitarra.
things.
¿O qué es?
She was never a music lover, so I thought this might be connected to you.
Kokolia.
Ay, que eran novias, Cora.
Huh?
I...
Ay. Ah,
It's nothing.
uf.
You're right. It
Oof.
once belonged to me. In fact, it once belonged to me and Kokolia. It was our shared treasure. If you don't mind, Bronya, could I take it back to the workshop?
Of course. I'm sure there's a story behind it. But that's between you and Mother. I won't pry. I hope you have an amazing journey, Serval. Do remember to visit home when you get the chance.
I will. Thank you, Bronya.
Y estamos nosotros.
I assume you heard our conversation just now. I didn't expect her to be so open-minded. And she didn't even try to persuade me to stay. She didn't summon me just to return the guitar, did she?
I wouldn't rule it out. She's good at reading people's minds. She would have known that you'd never set foot in Klapoth Fort voluntarily.
After all these years, I never thought I'd set eyes on this guitar again. Guess we're stuck with each other.
¿Cuál es la historia de la guitarra?
Well, it'll take a while to tell. When we were in cadet school, Kokolia and I were notoriously disruptive. We were always coming up with the next crazy invention. We called it exploring the infinite possibilities of new technologies. This guitar was one of those inventions. Kokolia came up with a name. The Super Electromagnetic Flux Player, or electric guitar for short.
Entonces también era una experta en
Not
tecnología.
really, no. She was a military history major, very different from what I was doing. Still, we hung out every day. It's only natural that my love for inventing would rub off on her.
Eran novias, Cora, eran novias.
I told you it'd take a while to
Sí,
tell
lo
the
eran,
story.
sí. Ay,
Let's get back to the workshop
Ay.
first. By the way, want to help me pack my bags? Huh. That melody.
That's one of yours, right?
Cubo de basura. Durante esa etapa de cubo de basura, un intenso hedor a pescado emana desde su interior. Pero dentro no hay restos de pecado, sino anuncios sobre productos pescaderos. ¿Será así como funciona la sinestesia? La utopía de Diógenes, perfecto. ¿Cuál es ese logro? A ver. Hombre, esto también tenemos. Descubre todo lo que veo tiene que ofrecer. Conseguir todos los objetos útiles que había en los cubos de basura. Ah, mira. Ya he mirado todos los cubos de basura de Velo. Perfecto. Y vamos a ver.
Now, what am I gonna call this new song?
Pero si esto es lo que te sientes ahora que deberíamos hacer.
There's no place like home. I never feel completely free out there. Japard, can you lend your dear sister a hand? Help me pack my bags.
Am I allowed to refuse? This place... just looking around gives me a headache.
Okay, I promise this is the last time. I'm about to go traveling with him. Who knows how long it'll be before I can visit home again. You should help me pack while you still have the chance.
Fine. I'll give you a hand.
You just need to make yourself at home. You've done plenty of work already.
Pues nada, vamos a sentarnos. Uy, aquí hay algo. Carta sin terminar. Serval, ¿qué es esto?
Oh, that's a letter I was gonna send to my mom. I haven't even finished writing it. There's nothing personal in it. Have a read if you like.
Uy, cotillemos,
Still
cotillemos.
writing to Mom and Dad?
Only to Mom. You know, I still don't get along with Dad.
You know, Serval, if you're really leaving Belobog for a while, you should pay them a visit first.
I'll think about it.
Oh, no me ha dejado leerlo. A ver qué más cosas brillan por aquí. Preparar. ¿Qué hay en este cajón?
Let's see. Ah, yes. Silvermane Guard's standard issue portable heater. It's broken though.
It's a family heirloom. It belonged to Rhonda once. You should take care of it.
I wanted to keep it with me. But that's the problem with old things. The less you use them, the easier they break. Besides, no one's paying me to fix it, right? Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I teach you a few machine overhaul skills? Want to practice on this old antique?
Perfecto.
Here we go again.
Pequeño Gepis, también te impresionan así tan. Siempre te impresionan así tan. Claro, ¿cómo lo
You
veré?
don't have to do everything she tells you.
The principle behind this machine and the one you fixed when you first came to the workshop is the same. You'll understand when you see it. So, I'll leave this one to you. In return, how about I tell you the backstory behind it?
No hay problema, déjame
I
echar un
knew you were
vistazo.
a reliable apprentice. Think about it. You helped me fix my machine the first time you came here, and now you're helping me the last time too. That's called having a beginning and an end, right?
¿Cómo no?
Well done for putting up with her for this long.
Me encantan los comentarios de Jeffar, por favor.
Sí. No lo mismo.
Ay.
Wow, great job. Like I said, a reliable apprentice. As promised, let me tell you the story behind this little heater. Its original owner was an ancestor of the Landau family, Rhonda Landau. She was one of our great heroes who participated in the defense of Belobog 700 years ago.
The records tell that during the decisive battle, she led 2 Silvermane Guard brigades. She engaged the enemy for 4 full days and nights in the fight for the city. I still have the newspaper clippings from that time. I'll show you when I get the chance.
De verdad. Era bastante poderosa.
Of course. After all, she was a Landau.
Take responsibility for your choices and the people of Belobog. Every Landau is driven by that ethos.
Vale. A ver qué más brilla por aquí. Aquí. Serval, ¿qué tipo de planta es esta?
Oh, that? It's a botanical specimen. Little Lynxie sent it during one of her research trips. As for the name, I can't quite recall.
The Snowman's Palm. And Little Lynxie is the youngest sister of the Landau family, by the way.
Ah, yes. Snowman's Palm. My memory's the worst.
It's the only plant here that looks like it's still alive.
Hey, watch it. Anyway, this specimen means a lot to me, so I'm bringing it with me. Thanks for the reminder.
Se la lleva porque es de su hermano. Vale, queda algo más que brilla. ¿Dónde? No lo sé. Aquí, la guitarra de Serval. ¿Me puedes contar más ahora sobre esta guitarra?
Since you're so curious, I'll give you the whole story.
Bien.
This guitar was actually given to me as a birthday present by Cocolia a long time ago. I came up with the design, but I was never able to build it. Some of the raw materials were either too expensive or too hard to get a hold of. She helped me turn the concept into reality. Quick as lightning, always keeping her word. That was her way of doing things. Back then, I thought we'd be friends for life.
If it was a gift, why was it in Madame Cocolia's office?
I don't think anyone realized, but back then we were so close we didn't even differentiate between each other's possessions. We shared pretty much everything. We lived in the same dormitory, went to the same school together every day, ate together, whiled away the time together, and occasionally talked about music together, though it wasn't something she was overly familiar with. That's how things were until the day we fell out. A lot of our shared possessions never left her office again. I was always looking forward to the day she'd return this guitar. I thought that would be the day we could bury the hatchet. Now that I think about it, perhaps I was too naive. She'd probably forgotten it even existed. And that's the only Cocolia you guys ever got to know, huh? Always ahead of everyone else, never looking back, even for a second. She put it all out of her mind. Me and every memory to do with me.
Qué doloroso, ¿no? No se ha hecho nada malo, Serval.
I know. But that's what makes it harder.
Let bygones be bygones, sister.
How did the conversation get so heavy again? No good. Let's talk about something interesting. You know something, Japard? That guitar case in your hand and my guitar? They're both from the same prototype. The super electromagnetic flux player.
I never knew your guitar had a connection to me, too. Quite the story.
That should be everything. You're here! Come on, let's gossip.
Pero no me des otra vez la tabarra con esto. ¿Qué hacemos ahora?
Finally. I think I must have left cadet school with about the same amount.
No easy job. Serval, I want to ask you again. Do you really want to leave Belobog and go with the Trailblazers?
Of course. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can't miss it. What's wrong, Japard? Oh, I see. Can't let go of your dear old sister, huh?
Forget it. I don't want to complicate things for you. But before you leave, I have one last request to make. The garrison is heading down to the underworld soon, to survey the situation around Boulder Town. Why don't you come with me?
Huh? You just said you didn't want to complicate things for me, and now you're sending me on a mission. Aha! You just want to spend as much time as possible with me before I go, right?
No, it's not that. I've heard there are a lot of old energy hubs in the underworld, and you're probably the only person in Belobog who knows how to inspect them. Since you're leaving one way or the other, why don't you do the people of the city one last favor before you go?
Even at a time like this, you're still thinking about the people. I don't know what to say. All right, I'll help you out. The first and last time the Landau siblings will work together.
Thanks, sis. If you have the time, could you accompany the garrison?
Venga, nos
You're
vamos al bajo
Belobog's
mundo.
hero. I'm sure you must be popular in the underworld. The Silvermane guards will face less resistance if you come with us.
Lo tiene todo pensado, por supuesto. Recuerda enviarme un mensaje con el
Thanks.
enlace.
I'll contact you when the guards have finished their preparations.
I'm tired of packing. Let's leave it here for today. Thanks for your help. Oh, I drank all the tea. Why
Pero
am I
no
getting
bosteces, Serval,
sleepy?
que me lo pegas. Bueno, pues ya está. Ha sido rápido, la verdad. Tan rápido que ya Jepar nos ha mandado un mensaje.
Sí, sí.
Tira, nos estamos preparando para salir. Encontremos en el teleférico del supermundo dentro de un rato. De acuerdo, ahora mismo voy. Vamos para allá, ¿no?
Pues vamos a ver.
No es urgente, primero tengo que volver a la zona militar. Supongo que Serval acaba de salir de casa. Si llegas antes que nosotros tendrás que esperar un rato. Así que nos vemos más tarde. Venga, seguir. ¿Por dónde tengo que ir, Ah, vale. Por aquí. Exacto. Pues nada. Aquí están los hermanos.
You're here. Thanks again for agreeing to this.
Y vamos a bajar para abajo. Realmente haberlos
Don't
hecho
be.
esperar.
I only just arrived myself. The highest priority for today is establishing good negotiations with the chief of Wildfire. I'm about to get that process underway. Serval was a little delayed on the way over, but that doesn't affect our schedule. Let's set off.
Let's go. Pongámonos en marcha.
Hold up, I wasn't that late.
Negotiations will be held in the Boulder Town Clinic. Serval and I are newcomers, so you'll have to lead the way.
Ok. Pues vamos a ver a Natasha.
The underworld isn't exactly how I remember it.
Feels like we're not getting many friendly looks, huh?
Ah, ahí está Oleaje.
Well, well, well. I don't think our little clinic has ever played host to an occasion like this.
We meet again, Mr. Oleg.
Oleg will do, son. Oh, you. You probably won't know. Our young Silvermane friend here and I had the pleasure of speaking to each other at a certain Guardian succession ceremony. We're not complete strangers. But as for this young lady...
The name's Serval. I'm, an ex-engineer from the technology division, and... Japard's sister? Pleasure to meet you, Chief.
Likewise, miss. The more the merrier. And it's good to have you here again. It bothered me and Natasha that we never arranged a formal welcome for you. Once we're done talking, you must all join us for a meal.
We'd be honored. But to your point, Oleg, let's finish our discussions first.
Quite right. Let's head inside. Too much commotion out here.
Venga, hablemos con Natasha.
Es que las misiones acompañantes están muy bien, ¿no?
Ujú.
So she's your sister.
Te da mucho más contexto de
The
todo.
Landau family is full of talented young people.
Por cierto, de nuevo te devuelvo escuchar súper
You're
bien.
worried that
¿En serio?
underworlders might still hold a grudge against the
¿Otra vez se me escucha mal?
Ahora
So
bien.
you want to show your solidarity.
Madre mía, de verdad que no estoy haciendo nada. Si estoy quieta.
Seems like sound strategy to me.
Hola, Norza.
Rebuilding
Espera
trust
volverse
between the
loco,
two
de verdad.
worlds has always been a priority for Lady Bronya.
Sí. Al final terminaste el evento de los cazafantasmas. Nosotros lo terminamos hace un par de directos, ¿no, Cora?
Sí, hace un par. Es
O sea,
larguito.
es muy largo ese evento. O sea, bastante guay. Nosotros bien, aquí andamos. Estamos
Sí.
terminando las misiones de acompañante que nos quedan. Y hasta que no metan otra. Cuando terminemos, hasta que no metan más contenido, no jugaremos Honkai en directo.
Exacto. Porque
¿Sabes?
lo otro, las otras misiones las hacemos fuera del campo.
Ujú. Así que nada. Nos quedan a lo sumo este directo y otro. Y ya dependiendo de los eventos que agreguen y de todo eso, claro.
Así que nada, supongo que tenemos que encontrar un nuevo juego para jugar tú y yo mientras.
Como quieras. Yo no te voy
Hombre,
a
a
obligar a
ver,
nada.
si no me quieres a mí en tus directos, pues dímelo y ya está. No pasa nada, Siro.
Si no me quieres en tus directos, pues te avísame no sé qué. Directos lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves. Dependiendo de cuál sea, también se va añadiendo. Así que eso de que no diga. Formar artefactos.
Nada, mira a ver los juegos que tú quieres jugar y los vemos. Tipo, a mí no me importa verte jugar.
Los logros, la
A ti
verdad
no
es
me
que
parece
podríamos.
importante.
Los logros, la verdad es que podríamos sacarlos, porque tampoco nos quedan tantos. O sea, a mí no me quedan tantos, por lo menos. Pero no creo que los sacamos activamente en un directo ni nada de
No, en
eso.
directo es un poco aburrido, sobre todo para quienes lo ven. Un poco, uff.
Así que eso tendremos que ver que se viene como siguiente serie del canal. Eso me pongo a jugar Genshin.
También es una opción.
Que también tengo que avanzar la historia.
Podrías un día Genshin y otro día conmigo alguna otra serie.
Puede ser, ya lo hablaremos. Por
Aquí.
ahora, centrémonos en esta conversación entre la Guardia Civil Argenta y Llamarada.
Yo solo sé que Serval es guapísima con ese pelo, por favor.
If we were to simply take over the underworld in the name of the Supreme Guardian, I can only imagine how people would react.
Seems like you have a good handle on the situation. I see now why you made captain at such a young age.
So, you're also saying the guards want to work with Wildfire and use our reputation to win back people's support, correct?
I wouldn't use those exact words, but that is more or less what we want to achieve.
If that's the case, I've got a question for you. Since this offer comes from those who left us to our fate for more than a decade, how would you react if Wildfire refused? Would you use force?
She's not trying to be diplomatic about it, is she?
Pelea. Natasha no es a Milana ni antes de llevar.
Anyway?
The barrier between the surface and the underground was the product of the former Supreme Guardian's misjudgment and the policies that resulted from it. The people of Belobog should have stood together, but instead, we were made to blame and hate one another. Lady Bronya wants Belobog to heal, so the Silvermane Guards need to regain the people's trust. But we won't achieve that by kicking doors open and policing everyone around. As a grassroots organization, Wildfire did an extraordinary job maintaining order for over a decade in the absence of the guards. I can only imagine how much work you put in to protect the underworld. I can assure you that the guards are not here to seize power. If it takes time for the people to trust us, so be it. We're willing to take small measures and serve as an auxiliary force to Wildfire to help maintain peace. I hope you can see that everything we do to rebuild trust and make Belobog work for all.
Pequeño Happy has recibido, me hace mucha gracia sus comentarios. Un capitán es un capitán, se lo juega todo sin poner en riesgo la misión.
I swear, he never used to be this emotionally intelligent.
That's an answer I can accept. Oleg, what do you think?
I think there's no need for the guessing game to continue. It's obvious we share the same goal. With the help of Branya, Serval, and Shepard, we're one step closer to rebuilding a united Belobog.
Ojalá la política en realidad fuese tan sencillo como esto. Ojalá el mundo sería mejor.
No, bueno.
Tell Branya that Wildfire will work with the Silvermane guards on security matters. However, things aren't simple down here. Please also tell her to draw up plans in case the situation demands...
Monsters! Monsters from the Fragmentum! They're swarming toward the town!
Not good. Stay here, Natasha. The patients need you. The soldiers and I will handle this.
Understood. We'll be counting on you.
Pelea, pelea,
Everyone
pelea.
rushed outside. I should probably see what's happening.
Al final sí que vamos a tener pelea, pero no la que esperaba.
Help my friends!
¿Qué ocurre?
The monsters invaded the mine. Please, you have to save my friends. Otherwise, those things would tear them apart.
Don't worry. The Silvermane guards are trained for these situations. Where do we find them?
The Great Mine! The one with the big ore vein!
Understood. I'll send my men to set up a perimeter and start the rescue operation right away. Mr. Oleg, please entrust the Silvermane guards with the rescue. The defense of Boulder Town will need Wildfire's expertise. Watch out for ambushes and be ready to receive wounded soldiers.
You're a natural-born commander. Understood. Leave it to me, son. Your troops
Hombre,
will
si
be
capitán, si no
unfamiliar with
tuviese
the layout of the
bandera de
mine.
líder, mal
I'll
iba.
send some of my men to be your guides.
Thank you. In the name of the preservation, I promise we'll do everything we can to save lives. I'll go on ahead and lead the troops to the mine. Catch up to us when you can.
Pues venga, vamos para allá, a la mina. Habla con Serval y ve a la mina. Vamos.
I couldn't get a word in while they were talking. A duty-bound soldier and a resistance leader. It's hard to be rock and roll in front of people like that.
No es nada rockera, perfecto.
You know, maybe I need to put my inner struggles in a broader context.
Cada persona elige su propio
You're
camino.
right. I've probably been idle for too long. It's easy to get stuck in your own head. It's just... I see people fighting for their lives, and here I am thinking about how to escape. I feel guilty about that. Wait a minute. Was that Shepard's plan all along? Use guilt to make me stay?
Creo que Shepard no es ese tipo de persona. Que además tampoco podía saber que había una invasión de monstruos.
Anyway, since he asked for help, it's time to give those monsters a shock. You know the way to the Great Mine, right? Let's catch up with Shepard when you're ready.
Vamos.
That's all you needed to say. Let's go.
Vale, hielo, fuego... Vale. Pues voy a ir así. Vale. Adelante. Ahí está Shepard.
Adelante.
Vamos con Adelante como explicante.
Put all artillery units on standby. Wait for my command to bombard enemy positions and cover our infantry advance. We have a choke point here. Tell all infantry units to switch to double line formation. Close quarters in front, gunners behind. Remember, get the wounded out as soon as possible, and always secure your flanks before advancing.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you're here. Get ready. We need to help the infantry lines drive deep into the mine.
¿Cuál es la
The
situación?
back of the mine has been secured, which gives us a forward base to send in supplies. The Silvermane Wildfire Combined Regiment is conducting rescue missions as they advance. The battle is fierce. I need to get to the front line. I'll leave the command post to my officers.
I don't know much about warfare, but I don't see why a commander needs to lead the charge. The situation here is totally different from the restricted zone. Japard, let me and him clear the way for you. You should stay in your command post.
Thanks, Serval, but please trust my judgment on this. I made a promise to Mr. Oleg to save as many people as possible. I have to see to it myself.
There's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine. We'll
Qué
do it
gran
your way.
sentido del deber que tiene Jeffar.
Let's move out.
Ujú.
We need to clear a way for
Jeffar
Wildfire and the
siempre.
guards.
Pero siempre va a tener ese sentido, hombre.
Me encanta. Venga, bajemos.
Es que Jeffar es maravilloso.
Si es. ¿Para qué vamos a negarlo?
All
Ay,
civilians, please
por
go to
Dios,
the bridge
mira cómo
immediately.
corres.
The Silvermane
There's a monster heading this way. What should we do, Japard?
Bring it down. We need to cover the retreat.
Pues nada, peguémoslos contra los bichos.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours.
You won't get away.
Time to twirl.
Pues ya está. Terminado.
It made it easy for us, but we can't let our guards down.
Vale,
It's
ahora
safe
por
here.
dónde nos
Let's move on.
Aquí no se puede, así que no se... Enemigo, por él.
You
Ah.
won't get away.
Time to twirl.
I have something for you. Come one, come all.
Time to twirl.
Allow me to see you off.
How about this?
Uy, casi le mato. Por un pelo.
I underestimated you.
Time for a detailed overhaul.
Ah. Listo. A por el siguiente enemigo.
One step closer to the stars.
Ah,
You won't get away.
vale, vamos a hacer con esto.
Come one, come all.
Time to twirl.
Es decir, nos va a dar un ataque, pero no. Pero te ha dicho no.
Time to twirl. Maybe you can keep it down.
Y ya estaría. Otro enemigo fuera.
Es rápido. Eres súper rápido,
How am
¿eh?
I gonna get that time back?
Madre mía.
Japard, look. The miners have put up a makeshift defensive line.
A ver, que yo juego a Dangen, pero uff.
Es que...
Are you the Silvermane Guard?
That's right. We're evacuating the miners together with Wildfire. Are there any other civilians up ahead?
The Silvermane Guards and Wildfire are working together now? Oh, civilians. I saw a girl
girl ran out from our defensive position just now. My brother went after her, but they haven't come back.
Understood. I'll bring them back. The guards and Wildfire have set up defenses on the bridge. You should head over.
Thank you. Please, bring them back to safety.
Venga.
Oh no! Monsters are coming this way!
Leave the battle to us. You need to fall back.
Okay. Thank you for saving us.
Venga, a pelearnos otra vez.
Eternal sleep is not the end.
Ya te toca. Al menos creo que contra este puedo bastante rápido.
Sí.
Y como llevo hielo.
¿A quién llevas de hielo?
Al niño con las
Ah, es
espadas.
verdad, Yankee. Sí, me lo has dicho antes. Nunca me acuerdo de cuál es cada cual, la verdad.
Ya.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to
Luego
control
lleva al
heavens.
Silver Wolf, que es cuántico. Y lleva al U8 y al Ángel.
Muy.
Rules are made to be broken!
Bueno, hostia.
Be careful.
Nothing major.
Let's go.
Vamos a darnos prisa con esto, que la verdad tampoco me van a suponer un gran problema.
Pues ya está.
Lo único que le pueden hacer así más daño es a Erta, porque tiene muy bajas las defensas, pero y aún así creo que me supone un problema.
You won't get away.
This is our chance.
Batter up!
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return. That which
Has
is
seguido muy
seized
poco,
must
entonces
be repaid.
voy a tardar un poquito más que tú.
Lo siento. Ya me lo he cargado. Es que cuando tienes las debilidades buenas, más con Silver Wolf que le ha añadido imaginario, ha llegado a Ángel y ha dicho hola.
Claro, es que Dangen y Silverwolf hacen un combo bastante interesante.
Guau. Bueno, es que tener a Silver Wolf es maravilloso, porque como hace eso, en cuanto tienes personajes que hacen daño,
sí.
Vamos.
Y Dangen es que hace muchísimo daño. No sé.
Dangen hace mucho daño en general.
Yo pues voy poquito a poco.
No pasa nada.
Let's make it quick.
Rules are made to be broken! It'll take more than that.
Time for a deep.
What do you...
Let's go.
How about this?
You won't get away.
I have something for you. Come one, come all.
Queda una ronda más de ataques y ya está. Creo que ya no.
It's gonna hurt.
Hala.
Let's keep searching for the missing girl and the miner.
Is it me or is it cold here?
¿Puedo pasar de este así como sin nada?
Supongo que si corres.
Sí.
They're in danger. Let's go.
Let's wait and see.
Oye, le he pegado yo primero. Me parece una falta de respeto que me haya emboscado cuando le he pegado yo primero.
That which is
Sí, me
seized
pasa.
must be repaid.
Bueno, que se lo va.
Rules are made to be broken. Decisive strike.
Vale.
You won't get away.
Time to twirl!
Be careful.
Bueno, mientras no congele a mis personajes.
Perhaps you still don't understand.
Ulti a este.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return.
Let's make it quick. How about this?
Combat is a series of
Solo tengo fuego para el tocho, pero así lo hace.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big?
Fuego que congela únicamente a la que es de fuego, de verdad. Madre mía. Vamos a curarla. No puedo pegar.
Much obliged.
It's gonna hurt.
Time for a detailed.
Habilidad y ulti.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
This is our chance.
Time to twirl!
Perfecto. Ulti del personaje principal.
Are made to be broken.
Que mete buenas toñas con diálogo.
Tienes casi del truco, ¿eh?
Si es que diálogo siempre mete buenas toñas.
Ujú.
One at a time.
It's gonna hurt.
Pity.
Let's go.
Combat is a series of come one, come all.
Poquito a poco. Queda nada.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The
Voy a
dead
poner aquí
will return.
la ulti. A ver si consigo poner el campo otra vez para que se vayan curando. Aunque sea solo un poquitín, porque le queda poca vida.
Humanity never conceals
Así
its
por si hay más
desire to control the
combates,
heavens. And I'm
los
no
tengo
exception.
recuperados.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours. What are you looking at?
Bueno,
Receive
ahí está, vamos a curarla.
divinity.
Vamos en el campito.
That which is
Ya que los
seized
dos
must be repaid.
curen al resto. Uy, casi.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Ve que es alerta. Pobrecilla, de verdad.
You two, it's too dangerous here. Find the Silvermane guards and Wildfire at the bridge. They'll protect you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Sí, que se enfrentan a los monstruos.
Let's get out of here.
It's so cold here. I'm scared.
monsters have gotten stronger somehow. I don't remember them being this difficult.
Thank goodness we got here in time. If we'd arrived any later...
That's one brave little girl. You were like that at her age too.
Huh? I wouldn't go that far. I only had Dad to deal with. He could be fierce, but nothing like the monsters here. Besides, my problem with him wasn't that he was a strict father. I just couldn't believe that he never lifted a finger to oppose Cocolia's order to seal the passageway. Vowing to protect the Underworlders in one breath, and then deciding they deserve to be abandoned in the next? Family code of conduct. What a joke.
Father was a soldier. He wasn't supposed to question the orders from his superiors. Never mind. I know I sound like I'm defending him, and I don't want to make you angry. At least now we've got the chance to right the wrongs.
I'm angry just thinking about it. Looking back, I'm glad I left home early.
Running away doesn't solve the problem. It's been ages since you two had those fights, but you still can't let it go. You need to walk out of his shadow.
Le cerró la boca bien, ahí Jeff para
I'm not trying to change your mind. I just want to know that your choice to leave this planet is a result of having thought things through. Not because you're trying to run away from something.
My choice.
Sorry, I sound like Dad.
Don't worry about it. I get what you're trying to say. I do. It's just... I need some time. Let's focus on the business at hand. That miner we met said his brother came this way. We should look around.
Okay. Be careful, though. I sense a drop in temperature. Something's not right. It could mean something we haven't encountered before is waiting for us. Stay on your toes.
¿Qué ataques de...?
These monsters are tough. I need to find those kids.
¿Pulir la voz de este señor?
Did you just scare off a Fragmentum monster?
Kind of. There was one on its own. I managed to chase it away. Speaking of which, you came from that direction, right? Did you see two little kids, a girl and her brother?
Ya se fueron a una zona segura.
Ah, thank goodness. I chased the monster too far and lost him.
They'll be okay now. You should head back to the bridge too. The guards and Wildfire have set up a safe zone there.
Ah, thank you, all of you. I'm just glad they're okay. I can finally retreat as well. I heard there's a powerful monster down the road, some kind of leader of the pack. I'd take caution.
Nada.
Thanks for the intel. We'll be careful. I think he was right about the monster. You two, no sudden moves. I've seen this type of monster a few times.
¿Cómo no?
Wait, don't get too close. Something's not right.
Huh? What is it?
These monsters are usually eager to fight. You're guaranteed a fierce battle if you see one in the Fragmentum. But this one doesn't seem concerned about us. This could be a trap.
Los monstruos del fragmento son tan inteligentes como para
I'm not
de
sure
trampas.
either. I just have a feeling that something's different.
The air... It's so cold.
Stellaron promises Serval.
¿Cómo?
Did
Sombra
it
de la
just
guardiana.
talk?
¿Cómo?
Steady. Get ready to counter its attack.
Can Japard not hear that?
Japard, Serval, Londau.
Did it just say Japard and Serval?
That noise! Do Fragmentum monsters usually sound like this?
¿Nos está hablando? ¿No lo oyen?
Talking. I just hear white noise.
Nosotros le entendemos porque tenemos un puñetero estelar en nuestro
Understand
interior.
it?
Par
Our
Serval.
names? What's happening here?
I heard rumors about this kind of monster. Shadows in the fragmentum that assume human form are echoes of the will of past guardians. If the rumors are true, could it be?
Kaguya. You just won't stop haunting me. I try everything to put the past behind me, and yet you always manage to creep up again. Kaguya, you witch! You've terminated my research and ruined my life. What else do you want to take away from me?
Calm down, Serval. It's just a fragmentum illusion.
All that time we spent together, was any of it real?
Bueno, se volvió loca.
It was so easy for you to just leave this world behind. Don't you at least owe me an explanation?
Serval!
Londo, stand down.
Cuidado, Serval.
There is no place for you. The promised new world.
Sister, I know you want Madame Cacolia to respond. But this thing in front of us is our enemy. It was born out of the evil gathered in the fragmentum. You won't get answers from it.
Pobre Serval, de verdad.
Fight with us, sister. Let's dispel the shadow of the past once and for all. Of course, if you're not yet able to confront the past, then he and I will fight for you until your heart is ready.
Oh, qué bonito, de verdad. Qué bien me callé, por. Esos espacios, no entiendo.
You too. I'm sorry, brother. I always make you worry when things get serious. But I see what you're doing. Reverse psychology, huh? Well, seeing as we've come this far, Cacolia, let's settle this bad blood right here, right now.
Ay, mira, tiene un rayito ahí en como tatuaje, la cintura. No me había fijado.
That which is seized must be repaid. The dead will return.
Cora está tan centrada en el combate que ni me escucha.
Yo sí, completamente. O sea, estoy. Ahora mismo. Buah. Es que me encanta. Es que además, como este personaje es tan cabrón, estoy a todo. O sea, me encanta.
Ya veo, ya.
Es que me encanta, me fascina.
Be careful.
No, pero es que ponerle debilidad cuántico y empezar con Dungeon imaginario es una pasada.
No sé ya. Ojalá me hubiese salido Silverwolf en las ciudades que he hecho para ella, ¿no?
Esas cosas, porque a ver, le puedo poner cuántico, le puedo poner otra de las habilidades, ¿no? Maravilla.
No sé, aún tío, aunque no se lo mucho, pero al menos les tengo un pelín de daño.
Ya. Venga, a ver si acabamos esto. Y ya está, y la próxima. Pues más y mejor. A lo mejor no sé por qué me están gustando estas misiones de acompañante. La animación de la última me ha gustado mucho. Cortita, pero me gusta. Sí. Me curran las animaciones y me gusta eso.
Claro, se nos ocurre. Faltaría más, encima.
No, ya, pero es que también hay animaciones en las misiones de acompañantes. Joder, está guay.
Sí. Ah, no, las animaciones de juego.
Let's go.
además quitando las cositas del reloj.
Sí, pero no puedo quitarlas todas.
No, yo tampoco.
Una vez sí que lo logré, pero porque tenía un montón de velocidad y tal, probablemente fuese en el simulador.
Puede ser. Bueno, a mí me queda nada. Menos de un cuarto. Para
A mí
quitar.
me queda menos de la mitad. Sí, un cuarto.
Esto no me pone muy nervioso. Porque no es
Eternal
fácil.
Vamos a
sleep.
utilizar
The dead will return.
de noche. Yo voy poquito a poquito.
Nah, mientras lo logres y no te mate, porque hay. Yo odio cuando vas con un enemigo poquito a poquito, le vas matando, estás toda con la vida a tope y de repente te ataca súper fuerte y te mata a dos. Entonces,
No,
bueno,
pero este no tiene pinta, ¿sabes?
ya. El mono es así.
Puto
Y uf,
mono, de verdad. Pero
qué
¿sabes por qué es
horror.
así? Porque cada vez que ataca, se sube el ataque.
Pero muchísimo, es horrible. Pues le tienes que matar enseguida y es como no te hago tanto daño como va a matarte enseguida.
Exacto. Es eso aguantar mucho.
Sí. Con escudos y tal, sí.
Yo mientras me quiten menos de la mitad de la vida y luego Echa les vaya curando,
Ya.
la verdad es que nada mal. No me queda nada. Vale, creo que ya está. Efectivamente,
En
ya
mi
está.
caso yo ya estoy.
Serval. 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 Why do you always have to stand in my way?
The temperature is returning to normal. The monsters are retreating. I think it's safe to say that the shadow of Madame Cocolia was the reason for this
Es una
invasion.
larga esta misión.
The other anomalies we
Pero porque eran
experienced
dos.
were probably also a direct result.
Ya, pero
Whatever the case, we've managed to avert a crisis. Are you okay?
Una batalla muy dura. Esta, que me pongan 10 más. Bueno,
Indeed
batalla
it
más.
was. We're lucky to have an experienced fighter like you who can adapt to different enemies. It would have taken us much longer to fight off the shadow without you. Serval, how are you feeling?
I feel like something heavy
Me alegro
has
mucho por
finally been
Serval.
lifted. All that noise before it perished. Did you catch what it said?
Dijo gracias Serval. Mintámoslo un poco.
Really? I guess it doesn't matter. From here on out, I'm over that woman.
I can tell you mean it this time. I'm happy for you, Serval. It's not easy to truly put the past behind you. Looks like we accomplished our mission. I need to get back to the guards and Wildfire to wrap things up. You two should head over to Natasha's place and check in on the wounded.
Sure. Come find us later at the clinic. Let's leave Japar to his business and head back to town.
Bueno, observaciones. Desafío completado, ¿sale? Ya nos
Madre
podríamos
mía.
ir directamente al sitio.
Por favor, ya se me está haciendo eterno.
No, que sueles hablar con Natasha y ya está. Se está terminando.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
Es que han sido 2 misiones
I wish you all a journey
conectadas.
that is free of illness.
Bueno, sí, lo que nos dice siempre. Ya estamos aquí, doctora Natasha.
I see. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. The clinic has been busy while you were gone. We've treated many people, soldiers and civilians alike. All in all, I owe everyone a big thank you. It would have been much harder if Wildfire had operated alone. Thanks to Captain Japard, we managed to keep our losses to a minimum. I'm sure people will begin to appreciate the Silvermane Guards after this battle.
Serval también ayudó mucho.
How could I forget about you two? We couldn't have done it without your help.
You're too kind. They deserve the real credit. I doubt I'd have come back in one piece without them.
Sounds like you went through a lot of danger. Are you hurt, Miss Serval? I can have a look if you like.
I'm alright, don't worry. Everything worked out eventually. Let's wait for the rest of them to get back.
Miss Natasha, we've returned.
Is that Japard?
Darle contar a Tessa la situación del
Mr.
suelo.
Oleg has a pretty good handle on what's needed in the mine. He's arranging for rescue teams and supplies to be sent over. You won't be back for a while.
Looks like you guys have the situation under control. Thank you. I'd love to sit down and chat with all of you, but I still have a backlog of patients to see. Oh, there was a girl and her brother who said you saved their lives. You might want to check on them and see how they're doing.
Natasha's right. We should make sure those children are all right.
A ver,
Come on, drink it up and you'll feel better.
But there's smoke coming out of it.
¿Qué tal están ustedes dos?
It's you. You saved us from the monsters.
Voy a rellenar la botella de
You
agua.
guys are
Okay.
Silverman guards from the overworld, right? If you hadn't been there, we would have... I'll think of a way to repay you. I'll get a job and...
No te preocupes. Lo único que importa es que ustedes están
That's
bien.
very kind of you. If Mom and Dad were still here, they'd want us to return the favor.
Mom and Dad went somewhere far away a long time ago. Haven't come back yet.
Ay.
They'll come back one day, Zeno.
So, you're looking after your brother on your own? That must be hard.
Not really. It's my responsibility as a sister. I'm just worried that with all these monster invasions, maybe one day I won't. My brother is too young to survive in the underworld. To think he might have to live on his own.
The misjudgment of the former Supreme Guardian isolated the underworld for more than a decade. With that isolation came tragedy. But under Lady Bronya's leadership, the Silvermane Guards will atone for past mistakes and bring relief to the people. From now on, you don't need to worry about the safety of your family.
Captain Japard.
Taking care of yourself is hard enough under these circumstances, let alone if you have a brother to look after. I know it can't have been easy. Zeno, right?
Yes, Mr. Captain.
You're still young, so you need to stay under your sister's wing. But when you grow up, remember to use what you've learned to protect her. Be there when she needs you, and listen to her when she feels vulnerable. She'll do the same for you.
Okay, sir. I'll protect my sister when I grow up.
Thank you, Captain Japard.
Qué buen niño.
Zeno and I will remember your words.
You know, we're pretty good at turning a happy reunion into a tear fest. Let's call it a day and give them some room. If you're not too tired, Japard, can I talk to you for a moment?
Salgamos, pues. Creo que le ha recordado a su niña.
What you said back there. Did you really mean it?
Of course I did. And it wasn't some last-minute speech I cobbled together. It's how I've always felt. We can't always face problems alone and build walls to keep people out. We need to learn to rely on others. Especially those we care about the most.
I know what you're up to, Jeppy.
Huh?
Jeppy.
What do you mean?
You made it sound like you were talking to those kids. But you were talking to me. Who's building that wall now?
Well, a Landau just called out a Landau.
Ya estoy de vuelta.
Bienvenida de vuelta.
Gepard.
Mira, Serval al final se va a quedar
I
ahí.
changed my mind.
¿Te refieres a...?
Change of plan. I've decided to stay in Belobog.
Serval, I just want you to know that I would have supported your decision, no matter what you chose. I wasn't trying to force you to stay.
I know that, Gepard. Don't worry. I've thought this one through for a change. What you said was the last piece of the puzzle for me. I suddenly realized that my decision to leave was just me trying to run away from my problems. Wasn't a mature decision. I've always found it hard to handle complex relationships. Be it Cocolia or my family. The first thought I have when things don't work out is to run away. Starting from today, that's no longer the case. After all, I'm not doing this on my own, right?
Right.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had any idea about the hardships people were going through in the underworld. It made me feel like maybe I could help a little and make Belobog a better place. I have one last thing that I might need your help with.
Pero estoy encantado de ayudar.
Want to see the Stellaron. I want to see the place where Cocolia sacrificed herself.
Bueno, espero que sea una conversación cortita porque es esto.
Oh, but
Sí.
before that, I need to go back to the workshop and
Por
get
favor.
something. It's all right. I've got
Claro
Gepard
que
with
esto
me.
se me está haciendo
We'll
tarde.
be safe. See you in a bit.
Pero me gusta mucho que ver el desarrollo del personaje.
Eso me gusta un montón. Es algo que me gusta cómo lo lleva el Honkai.
Uy.
It's cold here. Is this?
Mucho frío normal si vas con los hombros y el panza al aire.
They had such advanced
A ver
technology
si me
back in the
enfocas.
day. Impressive.
This is where Madame Cocolia died.
She gave something back in death.
Mira, ¿quieres hacer aquí?
I wanted
Más
to come here to
novias.
perform for Cocolia. To say goodbye.
Aunque esto es un poco
I'm glad
triste.
you guys
pero-
are here to witness it. Not the nicest spot for a show. And the equipment could be better. Sorry about that.
Va a ser con la guitarra que le hizo Cocolia.
The stage is yours, sister.
Yo parece guapi. Estos hermanos son guapísimos. ¿eh?
Sí son.
Cocolia. Don't you dare look away. Because I will no longer live in your shadow.
Muy bien. Es que me lo voy a venir muchísimo.
Me encanta. Me encanta que reina.
Happy?
Happy. I just wish I could have seen the look on her face. Shame. Well, that's all from me. Thanks for sticking by my side throughout all of this. As for tonight, let's go to old Gerda's place and have a big feast to celebrate.
So, you're getting the tab?
Todo sobre Serval autobiografía. A ver, Serval, te ven. Ciro, ¿estás ahí? Sí, estoy aquí. Porque han creado un grupo de 3 dudas. Supongo que ya las has adivinado. Necesitamos tu ayuda. ¿Otra vez? ¿Por qué necesitan mi ayuda?
No sé.
Me encanta que lo único que digo en este grupo es ¿qué sucede? ¿Podéis venir a la sala de acabados del Museo de Blog para conversar? No me acuerdo, ahora mismo voy. En el siguiente directo esperamos de ti, así que te esperamos. Pero bueno, basta ya, ¿no? Pues nada.
Ya, no, 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 no.
He dicho en el siguiente directo.
Vale, o sea, no, o sea, no puedo más.
Le voy a dar a seguir. Pero no sé, el siguiente directo. Voy a tener las fotos aquí.
Mira, os quiero mucho, hermanitas, pero
Ya está, ¿no? Ya está, ya se acabó.
ya está, o sea, uf.
Presencia, un lado del Uocha que nadie conoce. El primer paso hacia el futuro. Mantente al día sobre el desarrollo de Velopo. Soy de los espíritus etéreos. Lo de guerras etéreas, no tengo todos los espíritus, tengo que ponerme a ello. Me falta un chip.
No sé, yo me tendría que poner a ello porque no lo he tocado desde la última.
Tampoco me faltan muchas. No, logros no. Yo quería ver la síntesis. Y nos han dado receta desbloqueada. Vamos a desbloquear. Ya está. Receta desbloqueada. Y ya está, perfecto. Pues nada, Cora.
Me toca despedir directo como siempre.
Sí.
Porque es mi trabajo. Lo único que me da por aquí, pero bueno. Pues nada, por esta semana creo que hemos acabado ya Honkai. Así que ya hasta la semana que viene. No, ni siquiera, porque empieza ya lo que es la Navidad. Y yo la semana que viene no estoy. Entonces, si tenéis Honkai, se la solo consigo. Si no, pues a lo mejor se hace jugar a Genshin o lo que le dé la gana en ese momento. Como el Persona 5, porque está viciado. O sea que para la semana que viene se ofrece. No te viene. A ver, si juegas Persona 5, yo me viene bien, porque así lo veo. O sea, me lo miro. O sea, lo veo, no estoy activa, pero no puedo, básicamente, pero lo veo.
Ya veremos lo que hacemos en Navidades. Depende
Pues
de muchas cosas.
Claro, yo no vuelvo ya hasta 2024.
Cuando vuelvas te podremos decir que no te hemos visto desde el año pasado.
Sí, exacto. Así que nada, feliz Navidad, feliz Año Nuevo. A todos por mi parte, porque ya no puedo. Y nada, gracias por vernos una vez más. Hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.
Adiós.